Right, good morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, day 3 of the journey home. So, we stayed over in a place that I can't remember the name of, but I'll put a link up here. The time now is 8:40 AM, and last night was interesting. I mean, it was a great stopover, but during the night my electric went off, because on these some of these airs, that air that I was staying on, it wasn't a free air. You had to pay for it, and I think it was €12.30 for the night, and for that you get everything that you would expect. Waste disposal, fresh water, chemical disposal, rubbish disposal, and electric. So I had the heating on because I knew it was going to be chilly, and during the night the electric must have tripped. I don't know why. Thankfully I've got a really good sleeping bag that I bought while I was in Benidorm off Amazon, so I didn't even notice how cold it was. But when I woke up, straight away you could tell the heating wasn't on, and according to the thermometer above my head, it was 2 degrees inside. So I got up, went outside, had a look at the box, and the fuse hadn't tripped on the box. Came back in the van. Oh no, I actually switched it over onto a different connector. Still wasn't working. Came back in the van, checked my breakers in the van, they hadn't tripped. So I don't know what the problem was, to be honest. But anyway, I came back in and I put it onto gas, and within half an hour it was up to 14 degrees. So that was okay. I'm just trying to avoid gas, especially when the electric's included. I'm trying to avoid gas because I haven't actually filled up with gas over here. I have got all the special adapters and whatever that you need in Europe, but I haven't actually done it yet. So I was trying not to fill up over here and wait till I get back to the UK. But anyway, I got into the cab to drive off, and it said it was -7 outside. And even now, having been on the road for 5 minutes, it still says it's -6. So yeah, it's a frost. Thankfully, the thing that I was most worried about was, so this being a European spec van, the tanks are all heated with the heating system. So the reason why I had the heating on through the night, only low, like 12 degrees, but the reason why I had it on was to keep the tanks safe, because I didn't want anything freezing up, obviously. So my first concern this morning was, have the tanks frozen? But they hadn't. There's a safety on the boiler that if it gets too cold, then a little switch flicks and it dumps all its water out to save the boiler from freezing, which is good, but also you lose all your water. So anyway, that hadn't tripped, thankfully, which is interesting that it hadn't tripped, because you would think it would have been -7 outside. Everything's fine. Everything's nice and warm now, and we're driving. So we're heading north still, and in my sat nav I've got Le Mans as a waypoint, because Le Mans is 3 hours and 19 minutes away, which is 361 kilometres, and so we'll be there for lunchtime. And then when we get to Le Mans, we can stop off for some lunch or breakfast, and then we can work out what we're going to do. We may just keep driving in the afternoon and get further up north. this. As you can see, it's a beautiful day, and probably part of the reason for the frost is the fact that it's such a clear sky. So there was I don't think there was any cloud cover last night. Right, so a bit of an update. It's now at 12 noon and we are just coming into Tours. We've done, I don't know, 250 kilometres. And that last 160 kilometres, I think, was on a toll road. €46.50 that cost. But there again, I'm sure sitting on cruise control on the motorway at a steady speed probably has saved fuel, maybe. It's definitely saved time, and it was effortless, to be honest. So, but €46.50 on the toll, crazy. So I'm not quite sure where we're going to end up. I'm only 3.5 hours from Dieppe, although I don't need to be in Dieppe for 2 days, so I'm not going there. And what I do need to be careful of is I need to leave myself enough journeys to recharge the batteries, assuming that I'm not on electric tonight. I don't know where I'm going to stay. If I'm on electric, no problem. But if I'm relying on my onboard power, then really I need a couple of hours driving to recharge them. So I don't want to run out of power. So in actual fact, I'll probably on my one sat nav, I've got it programmed in to take me to Le Mans, and I'm 1 hour and 11 minutes away from Le Mans, 116 kilometres. So maybe I'll stop off at Le Mans, and that'll leave me a couple of hours to dawdle up to Dieppe over the next 2 days. So yeah, there you go. So just a bit of an update. I'll let you have a look at the weather. As you can see, everything is very, very crisp outside. It's still -1. It hasn't risen into positive numbers yet. Right, it's now 1:15, and we've decided we're going to stay in a place just north of Le Mans, which again is another air, just like last night with electric. So we've got all afternoon to maybe just do a little bit of mooching around, do a little bit of shopping maybe, maybe sort out if there is a problem with the electric. I'm hoping it was a problem with their electric and not my electric. So that last toll was €17.40. But it was a fair distance, and it saved me a lot of time, I think. Okay, so we've arrived just north of Le Mans, and we're all parked up, but I thought I'd let you see where we're staying, because it's a lovely place. If you saw my videos on the way down, you'll have seen a place very, very similar to this, same organisation. And this is an air. And I think this one costs around about 15 or 16 euros a night. And it's all controlled computerised, there's nobody on site. And literally, you've got a card, a member card, like this. And all you do is you present your member card to that reader, and then the barrier opens, and assuming that you've got enough money on your account, it will let you out. There's all the instructions here in both French and English, telling you what you can and can't do, telling you how long you can stay for, telling you where the pitches are, where the water is, where the waste disposal is, and all that kind of stuff. And you've obviously got rubbish disposal, you've got fresh water, you've got Elsan toilet disposal point, and also grey waste disposal. And there's 16 pitches, so 4 pitches per section, and there's a little picnic bench here, and it's a real quiet, lovely place. I've got to be careful how I walk because there's sheer black ice under my feet. It's still probably only 2 or 3 degrees, but this is a park beyond here, and that gate opens, so I've let Ted have a run around in there. But yeah, it's beautiful, and you've got electric supplied as well, so a 6 amp electric supply, which is enough. As you can see, I'm the only one here at the moment. It's nice and flat. And yeah, the main thing is it's nice and quiet. I can imagine there'll be a few more vans in here tonight. But if you can imagine 4 vans in that space, they won't be on top of each other. So it's not crowded. The van's running beautiful. I don't know what the problem was with the electric. I thought I had the same problem here. Train. Oh God, I didn't realise there was a train. I thought I had the same problem here, and I set about rigging up a temporary lead, and then I realised that basically when people are unplugging, they're actually turning the breakers. So when I reset the breaker, it came back on, so I didn't need to customise one of my cables. But either way, so there's the van. It's running absolutely brilliantly. So I think we've done around about 2,500 miles since we set off from the UK. And we're on the last leg now. So it's the 4th today. Tomorrow we'll drive a little bit further north. And then on the 6th we'll drive a little bit further north to Dieppe. Stay overnight in Dieppe, ready for the ferry.
So thanks very much for watching.